Witch. Today we're going to be doing a book review, Walking the Twilight Path, a Gothic Book of the Dead by Michel Belanger. Now, at first I was kind of iffy about picking this book up, but I'm actually being pointed to the Twilight Path, being pointed to the Death Path. I'm starting to fully understand that you can't have living without the dead, and basically that would be the yin and the yang aspect, both male, the female, the light, the dark, the black, the white type thing. So I got a hold of her book, and I was really quite surprised at reading this. So it is quite wordy. It does take a little bit of time to go through. There's been more than once that I had to go back into a couple of chapters because I didn't understand it. So I'm actually going to read the back part of the book here for you. So it says, set foot on a unique spiritual path of personal transformation and rebirth. But first you must venture through the gates of death. Powerful and evocative, this postmodern Book of the Dead is for anyone who wants to understand a deeper understanding of death, and the mysteries within. Witches, goths, and anyone's attracted to the beauty and mystery of death, a vital and transformative force that is integral to our daily lives. Become familiar with this intrinsic yet denied aspect of lives as you connect to the spirits with companions and meditate on gravestones and sculptures, and create a necromantic medicine bag to keep your personal Book of the Dead, drawing on the wisdom of the shamans, magicians, Tibetan Buddhists, and ancient Egyptians. Michel Belanger illuminates death as a gateway to change and regeneration. On this life-affirming journey, you will visit the other side, reach out to spirits, and become a walker between worlds to experience healing and empowerment. So, yeah. So, okay, so I've had a chance to go through the book, and I've gotten into page 40 or 41, which is, I think, chapter 5, and it is a little hard for me to understand as a dyslexic person, but it talks about sacrifice. It talks about the things that we are afraid of, the things that we don't want to let go of, and that we shouldn't be afraid of death, but we should embrace it, because without death, there can be no life. So for her, sacrifice means sacrificing something that will not harm or will not hurt you or hurt anyone else. As an example, she has a sacrifice ritual in here that basically has to do with you cutting your hair, because when we cut our hair, not only do we change our identity, but we also change the persona of how we see ourselves. So in a sense, when we cut our hair, we actually go through a death process, because we're losing something that we consider valuable to us. So she actually has a ritual of doing the hair cutting and having tools that are sacred, like scissors that were blessed for cutting the hair, a black bowl for catching the offerings, and making incenses and things like that to burn the hair along with the incense as an offering to that of the death energy. So I've actually gone through the book and gone into bookmarks and spots for everybody, and I find this hilarious too, because I wound up bookmarking with zombie tarot cards, which is actually quite funny. So she talks about the symbols of death. So we have an anchor, the Book of Life, broken chains, circle, covered urns, crowns, lit torches, and tree stumps. So if you are wanting to create, she does talk about creating a death altar. What this means is that you have an altar that represents the living and the everyday things that you do as a witch, as a pagan, or whatever. And you create an ancestor altar, basically connected to the loved ones and spirits that have crossed over to the other side. Now, for decoration, coffin nails, bones, dead things, things that represent death, chrysanthemums, things like that. And we got here gods and goddesses of the dead, and she goes through the common gods and goddesses that are actually connected with the dead. Building a spirit temple for yourself. And I flip through here. Manifestation of spirits. So those of us that are sensitive, that are already sensitive to spiritual energies, these are the common type things that actually happen when their spirit or spirit is present. And I can validate as an empath and a sensitive, I can actually validate quite a few of these on here. You get very chilled very quick, or you get hot. The temperature drops in the room. You tend to hear people talking to you when there's nobody around. Flashes of images or things in your head that you're not even thinking about. Shimmering gray spots or colors of light around the peripheral vision of your eyes. That happens quite a bit with me. Electrical disturbances, lights going out, things just going on the fritz for no apparent reason. That has happened to me. And the other thing that I've heard more than once is knocking sounds. And there's nobody in the house. So, this is definitely a big yes for me. I've actually experienced quite a bit of the spiritual manifestations of spirit. And next one. She goes into making oils and stuff for your twilight path. So there's actually recipes in here for making oils. And I'll actually, there we go. Then there's Vision Quest oil. There is a Wake the Dead oil. Now this would be great for the goddess Hecate. This would be great because she is the goddess of the crossroads. So cypress, horehound, myrrh, and vegetable oil. Loose incenses. So spectral visions, mummy dust, beyond the veil stuff. And I'll flip over to the other bookmark spot here. I have so got to get a tripod. Basically making, having a brain fart. Making gifts of food, basically offerings, gifts of food. There's actually a recipe here for making a gift of bread for offerings for the dead. And did I have one? Yes, I got one more bookmark here. And deities. In the back, she has deities that are connected with death. Anubis. There's a, I'm not even going to try that. I'm going to butcher that one. Azrael. Baron Samedi. Krenunos. Chiron. Tibetan Buddhist Dekenis. Dionysus. Duma. Ereshkigal. Hades. There's Hecate. There's Hell. Hermes. Kali. And I'm not even going to try that one. Libitina. Lilith. Odin. The Morgan. I got a cold chill when I said the Morgan. Osiris. So, and you know, I'm going to throw Shiva in. Why not? Let's throw Shiva in. But, yeah. I'm really, really starting to enjoy the book. And it's given me a huge understanding, or better understanding, of what it really means to die. And, well, technically death is an illusion. We We don't die. We're energy. We stay eternal. We live on forever and ever and ever. The energy just changes different forms. And this is also helping me process a lot of that information. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. So, thank you for watching, everybody. Greatly appreciated. And I've had quite a few new subscribers. So I want to say thank you to those new subscribers. Greatly appreciated. And I'm going to be continually doing more videos as it gets warmer and warmer outside. And since I have a car now, my car is all back restored, I will actually be going out and doing secondhand shopping trips at the St. Paul de Vincent and Value Village and a couple of other places in the other two towns that are just not too far from here. So lots of love and blessings, everybody. Blessed be. Happy late Beltane. And I will talk to you later. Bye.